everyone, so I'm here today to show you how to make a Filipino Pandesal. So as you can see, I have here the ingredients. I have here some warm water, flour, milk, instant yeast, sugar, I have breadcrumbs, 2 pieces of eggs, salt, butter, and oil. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what's the first step that you will need to do to be able to prepare or make a pandesal. All I need to do is mix my water and my yeast together. Then after that, I will let it sit for 10 minutes. I also need to stir this, so don't forget that you guys need to stir this also. Already bubbled up, so I'm just gonna mix it really good. Then I'm gonna put it on the side. So for the next step, we do have here all of our ingredients. I have here a cup of lukewarm milk, 2 eggs beaten together. I also have sugar. For the sugar, it's a ½ cup of sugar. Then for the salt, it's a teaspoon salt, and for the butter, it's also let's see how many. For the butter, it's 2 ounces of butter. So let me mix them all together. Let's see. Okay, so for the next step, I do have my instant yeast here with a mixture of water earlier. Now I will need to use like a mixer to be able to combine my milk mixture and my instant yeast. Okay, so for the next thing, we need to add 2 cups of flour on this mixture. Thing is that I will need to add another 2½ cup of flour. I'll do it by portion, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. Then once I notice that it's already mixed well, I'll go ahead and add more. Okay, so the next step is, since I already have everything mixed up all together, as you can see, I changed my attachment to a kneading tool. We will need to knead, or what you call this, I'm trying to think of a word in Tagalog. Okay, so I did actually find the word, so it's pagmamasa. So that's what you will need to do. Let me set this up, because they said once I have this attachment on, I can only go to speed number 2. After turning on my mixer, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this on for 10 minutes until that I get that smooth kind of texture or elastic kind of texture. So since I'm done kneading my dough over here, so what I'm gonna do is I will need to pour a little bit of oil, just a little bit. There we go. Then I will need to spread it around in the bowl. Just spread it around. I guess for this step is so that the what you call this, the dough doesn't stick as much while you leave it in there. But yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Okay, so I already have my dough here. So now what I am gonna do, I'm just gonna put it here in the bowl where I applied a little bit of grease earlier inside of the bowl, so that the dough doesn't stick that much. Now after this, I will need to wait 1 to 1½ hours for it to double the size. Now once it doubles the size, it means my dough is already ready to be cut in a medium size ball shape so that I can bake my pandesal. So here we go. I'll go ahead and cover it up now. I just use aluminum foil because I don't have any wrapping paper or yeah, the cling wrap, I don't have one of those. I forgot to buy one. You can see my dough already rose up. Earlier was just half a bowl, but now it filled up the whole bowl. So the next thing that I need to do is transfer my dough on the baking mat. So I'm gonna cut it into pieces, like into a ball shape, then cut it into pieces. Then after that, I'll go ahead and cover it up again and wait for 1.5 hours again. So now I'm gonna shape my dough into a ball size. So I just got done with my pandesal dough. I just rolled it up in a ball size. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is, before covering it up, I'll go ahead and roll it into my breadcrumbs here. So once I'm done with all of these, I'll go ahead and cover it up and wait for 1.5 hours. So I just got done forming my dough into ball size and covering it with breadcrumbs. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is just cover this up and wait for 1.5 hours. So the next thing that I need to do is set my oven to 350 degrees and set my timer to 20 minutes. I'll leave it on 20 minutes. And there we go. Okay, so after 20 minutes, here it is. I love it. They are so soft. So I'm gonna cut it in half so that you can see how soft it is.